folks, I'm Steve Judd, professional astrologer, 35 years now experience, and these are my astrological forecasts for the month of February 2014. Enjoy. And this is the global forecast for February 2014. First of all, let's just look at the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and what's going on there, because this is the Grand Cross stuff. Pluto in Capricorn, square Uranus in Aries, ongoing. Been there 4 years, be there another 3. Jupiter in Cancer, opposite Pluto, square Uranus. Been there since September, will be there until really the beginning of April. Particularly strong over the coming 6 to 8 weeks, say beginning of May. And then anything that opposes Uranus, squares Pluto, squares Jupiter, over the coming 2 months creates a Grand Cross pattern. And there'll be a number of them from the moon. But then Mars comes in April. And the big picture really is not about February, it's about April. And the decisions and the actions that will take place at a global level over April. And it has to be said that just in recent weeks, I find myself looking at this, and I've been looking at this one for a good few years, and this is as big as it gets. And I think this could dwarf the financial challenges of 2008. I think there could be a major restructuring coming up. But we'll see. I'll do a lot more on the April Grand Cross nearer the time. But the build up to this is going to become palpable as we get more and more into February. Problem is that there's a Mercury retrograde most of this month. Starts around the 5th or 6th, and all at the start of this month, for the first week of February, we've got Mercury conjunct Neptune for about 10 days, during which time it stands still and goes retrograde. So straight away, the idea of Mercury, logic, rationality, communication, and Neptune, oh yeah, very nice when it comes to the imaginative and spiritual, but also very dreamy and confusing and foggy. So these two together for 10 days does not bring the hope for clarity in discussions around contracts or peace conferences or any type of deals. You know, it's just not going to happen. Or there'll be, let's be polite and say, confusion or collusion. There'll be murky ongoings. Then Mercury goes retrograde. And particularly for all those later Aquarians, Leos, Scorpios, Taurians, who in the last 5 or 6 years have gone through 1 year of major confusion and distortion, then this coming month is going to sort of wrap all that up. But it is also going to wrap up a lot of things on the global level. And I suspect that during February, a lot of what is presented in terms of public perception is going to be so far from the truth. It is almost like the Orwellian Ministry of Truth now, in that if you believe the exact opposite, then you're nearer to the truth. And the gulf and the distance between the populations and the people allegedly or symbolically elected to represent them is becoming ever wider. That's a fact. And it's going to be exemplified by events in February. The full moon on the 14th of February, the full moon in Leo on the 14th of February, hey, party time. There appears to be, although Mercury's retrograde, the full moon works beautifully with Mars. Yes, it squares Saturn a little bit, separating 3 degrees, but it's trining Mars really strongly, like 1 degree. So there's going to be a lot of energy, and I think it's a good time for a few people to let their hair down and have a bit of fun. That's the full moon, just for a few days. But this month is dominated A, by the build up to April, B, by the Mercury retrograde. And during this Mercury retrograde, its main aspects are A, conjunct Neptune, confusion, and B, when it stands still at the end of February, it's going to be standing still for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, squaring Saturn. So with Mercury conjunct Neptune square Saturn for the coming 6 weeks, there is going to be no sign of political compromise, peace agreements, or any type of clarity around long-term global situations developing. Don't believe the hype and spin. See where we stand now come May. As far as this month goes, people, as far as February 2014 goes, planet Earth, read between the lines. There you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that, but it was fun and interesting and hopefully helpful as well. Big thank you to those of you who have helped me over this coming month consistently. The amount of donations coming in month on month just about pay for these films, these videos to be made available for free. So thank you, world, and thank you, universe, for providing. This month I'm on the road. I'm going to be doing 3 days in the Welsh Midlands, doing lots and lots of readings and lectures. I'm doing 2 one-day astrological intensive, 9 hours of concentrated astrobabble in Glastonbury towards the end of February, and at the very end of the month, 3 days in central London doing readings for the public. Check the website for details. Catch you next month. Have a great time. Thanks for everything. Bye.